It hasn't even been 2 months since we were welcoming a law-friendly mod for the Need for Speed Underground 2, the underground2.net. Now on the 30th of December, less than 2 months later, we are getting another huge update to the community. A remake of the whole game using the Unreal Engine 5. A whole rebuild of the original game using a new engine is something that is truly unheard of in many of the other communities. The only time I've heard of a situation that was similar to this one was back in about 2020 when GTA San Andreas was getting its own fan-made remake, which unfortunately got shut down by Take-Two and Rockstar Games. To Unreal for Underground, once again it is a fan-made Underground 2 remake, which has been in development for quite some time now. To be more exact, the first hints of this project goes all the way back to 28th of October 2021, to the video called What's This on the TUFU channel. Now keep in mind this was over 3 years ago now, and to give you a perspective, the release I'm talking about now released on 30th December 2024, which at the time of making this video is only a day ago. I don't know if it was planned or not, but I assume it was some sort of a Merry Christmas or a Happy New Year type thing. Now to give you a bit more perspective, this project is being made by hardcore NFS fans and modders. As far as I understand, these guys studied these games for years now, built some very useful tools that the community is using to this day. In summary, we are the perfect people to make this kind of remake. It's worth mentioning that the video I mentioned earlier says in the description that the project started soon after the original GTA San Andreas remake was killed by Rockstar and Take-Two, and from what I can figure out, this person or people have been involved in that project as well, quite heavily. You may guys remember this situation. Turned out that Rockstar was already working on GTA Trilogy remake. Just a shame that the devs behind that project flopped pretty hard, and only recently, almost 3 years later, we only are receiving the updates regarding these defective additions. This Underground remake is being made by a handful of people, and they already managed to surpass the expectations of many people, including myself. Gameplay is amazing, and most importantly, the devs got the handling spot on, possibly even better than the original, as the cars basically drive exactly the same, with the only exception when you're trying to drift them. They feel a little bit more slidey when you want them to be, and you can actually do some nice skids in the mountains, something I always found rather underwhelming in the original game. Going further, as expected of such project, the game contains everything the original did. That includes music, customization, cars and maps, including the original UI elements like menus and HUD. This project brings some of the unreleased features that community was aware of for years now, for example the interior neons. On top of that, even the famous part of the Pigeon Park that you could always see on the minimap, but when you got there nothing was there. Now, it seems like the devs have finally added this missing piece. Now, it looks like it's still under development. However, other than this for now, I couldn't spot any major differences. For the most part, it seems like the devs are staying true to the original. And you can definitely see that when playing this demo. Stuff like stickers or even HUD is very 2004 quality, desperately in need of a remake. They might be still testing the waters to see if EA will step in. Projects like this are always a bit risky, and it always may end up the same way that GTA San Andreas did. Personally, I really hope EA will stay aware. Underground 2 is a 20-year-old game now, and is in pretty desperate need of an update. This project being community driven is actually a really good thing. The NFS modding scene has some incredible talent, and even if the guys behind this project won't refresh the models or textures, the community would definitely will. In fact, the whole switch to Unreal Engine 5 is to make the game easier to mod and improve. Working on old renderware engine has its limits and also requires development of tools to make it possible to modify the original game files. With this project being more open to modders as well as documentation for Unreal Engine, we are unlocking unlimited potential to do whatever we want with this game. Stuff like higher quality textures, improved models, only scratches the surface, and we are potentially unlocking possibilities to remake a whole map or add areas that didn't exist in the original game. It is worth mentioning that as of right now this version does not have particularly a lot to offer. You are able to free roam, and that's about it. You are also able to visit one of the unused debug test tracks. There is no challenge series or career mode available as of yet. This will likely take some time to get added. I am pretty happy to say there isn't a lot of bugs in the game, or at least I haven't run into any. The game offers photo mode currently that you can activate with the L key and move around the car. When we talk instability, the FPS, at least for me, are very stable. I didn't see anyone complaining either. I'm getting very stable 250 FPS pretty much all the time, with the least I've seen so far is 210, and the highest surpassing.
Are you sure about that?
I am on a pretty decent setup though, with the RTX 3070, Ryzen 5800 and 32GB of RAM, so I can't really say how it runs on low-end hardware, but I imagine if you have a PC that isn't older than 10 years, you should be just fine. There is one thing that I want to mention that some people may see as a problem. There is a little bit of popping around the map. You can see it during gameplay, that some buildings or parts of the map will just randomly pop into your scene at random moments. This is likely due to rendering zones. They likely just need a bit more improvement. Other than that, I didn't catch any other problems. I will use this time to say Underground 2 is not the only Need for Speed being remade. Need for Speed Most Wanted is having its own remake as well.
How's your car running?
We've been able to pick up every black thanks to you. Now I'll take that into consideration if you give yourself up.
Project called CoreX is being built on Unity and is another fan-made game. It has also been in production for a little while now. Now you can try this development build for yourself as well if you decide to support the project on the Boosty page. There is a small donation that you have to make of £5, which will give you access to extended Discord features that will allow you to download one of the development builds. There is definitely a little bit more issues with this game, but at the same time the game feels more complete in a way that you have career available, challenge series and so on. Current issues I've ran into with CoreX project is broken engine sounds, destructible objects not being destructible, aka you can go through them, and no AI traffic, as well as AI races are being a little bit thick. But that's okay, because the game is being worked on by basically one person. Now you may remember this project from a few years back. They released a little public demo, didn't they? I played that demo back in the day myself. It showed us some good work, but the thing was, it didn't have very good handling. Now, I do want to say, that demo is long gone now. Turns out, considering where the project is right now, it is pretty outdated anyway. The handling has been fixed, and more functionality has been added. It is a little bit of a shame that I cannot show you the original demo, and how much this project has progressed. I will do my best to find some of the old videos, so I can input it into this video. But unfortunately, the build itself is definitely lost media now. Anyways, that's it for the video. I will leave the links to TUFU and CoreX Discord in my description and in the comments, so you guys can check it out. Once again, CoreX is currently available only for the Boosty supporters. It's a similar thing to Patreon. You will need to get subscribed to the 2nd or 3rd level as a supporter. I believe it's around $6. You will get access to the development build through your Discord. Keep in mind the public release, when it releases, will be free. I will highly encourage you, if you can afford that £5 a month, stay subscribed, support these guys, they are doing God's work anyway. If you guys need any help understanding the whole process of downloading the CoreX, let me know. Thankfully, TUFU is dead easy. Once again, it's free and all you need to do is join the TUFU Discord channel. Go to the download section and get your copy. It is worth staying at their Discord if you're interested in the projects. Both CoreX and TUFU, that's where you're gonna get the most updates for both projects. So, have you guys tried it yet? If so, what's your experience so far? And if not, are you guys excited? And are you gonna try it? Let me know in the comments and subscribe. I will do my best to keep you guys updated on both projects. For now, thank you for sticking around and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.